So here's some more things that we see Naaman dealing with. He dealt with anger. He's dealing with offense. We see him now dealing with pride, right? He also dealt with assuming things, right? But listen what it goes on to say. May I not wash in them and be clean? So he turned and went away in a rage. So we see that anger that he dealt with now has caused him to get to the point of where he walks away. And this is the thing that's just mind blowing. You walking away is hurting you more than it's hurting the prophet Elisha, right? More than it's hurting anyone that's in Israel, right? You the one that came with leprosy. You the one that came with the problem. So for you to be offended, get upset, get wild, get crazy, and walk off, leave the job, leave your spouse, leave the church, or leave whatever. If this was where you were going to get free, get your deliverance, be loved, whatever your situation is, by you walking away, you're not hurting none of them. You're hurting you. And this is something that we have to address and deal with. And this is what I've been talking about a lot lately. There are some things, it may be something so minor that's causing us to miss out on things that God has for us. Look, this is a healing that he was going to get, a healing that he was walking away from. Is it possible there are some things that God is saying to us that, listen, you should be doing this in order to get your healing? Stop eating that. Right? Stop doing that. Eat this instead. Oh man, the devil is a liar. I'm going to do, I deserve this. I'm going to live how I want. Are you possibly walking in that naming spirit, right? Like you're walking away from wise counsel, whether that's counsel that's coming from the word, counsel that's coming from a nutritionist, a doctor, and it's just not dealing with health and body stuff. It could be financially, it could be spiritually. Absolutely, it could be spiritually. The man of God telling you something and you just not listening, like, oh, I ain't got to listen to that. I only listen to God. It's only between me and God. Listen, that's dealing with pride, right? And when it's all said and done, the only one that's going to be affected and hurt by it and not delivered by it, not healed by it, your situation not turned around by it, is going to be you. So we see here, he allows all of these things he's dealing with to cause him to get ready to walk away from the healing that God had for him. And this is something for us to think about. Let's sit right here for a minute, because I want you guys to meditate on that. Is there something that you're dealing with, something that you're doing that could be possibly hindering a healing in your life, possibly hindering a door opening in your life, possibly hindering another place that God wants to bring you, another door, a ministry that he wants to open, whatever that may be, right? Another door in your family that he wants to open. But because you won't let this thing go, because you are being stubborn and prideful, it is causing that door not to be able to be open to you, because God is saying, listen, one is, there's so many different things God could be saying, right? One could be, listen, I don't want you to mess this opportunity up, this situation up. I got people through that door that needs healing, that needs love. And if you go in there with your offense and with your pride, when they say something to you and you get all flustered and crazy, you're going to mess that up. Or could it be possibly some type of healing, right? Spiritually, naturally, financially, that God says, listen, if you're not going to be obedient, you're just not going to get it. You can't do this thing however you want.